guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have the event for Monster Jam sign-up series number 191, the Racing on the Bed edition. And if you guys saw the Field of Trucks video, I told you guys that there are 94 trucks in this event because that's how many sign-ups I got. But we have 6 surprise entrances to make this a total of a 100 truck lineup, which is tied for the most trucks that I've ever had in any of my sign-up series before. It's actually tied with Series 100, which was a long time ago. That had 100 trucks in it as well. But yeah, let's go over these 6 surprise entrances, and then I will show you guys the races up close. So your 6 surprise entrances are Firestorm and Cyclops, Monster Jam General, the Nitro Neon's Northern Nightmare, Monster Jam Collector 16 in the Ice Soldier Fortune, Mutant Zoomies in the Fire Gravedigger, Grayson Davis in Bigfoot, and Metal Sonic Dude in Hooligan. So now let's take a look at the races. There are, I believe, 75 Spin Masters and 25 Hot Wheels Monster Trucks in this event. And this is the second time doing an On the Bed edition with the Spin Masters and Hot Wheels Monster Trucks. I have done it once before, but it's the third time altogether because the very first time was with just the Hot Wheels Monster Jam trucks before Spin Master and Hot Wheels Monster Trucks were being made. But anyways, that is the ones that are actually on the bed already, and they didn't all fit. So here are the final races. If you guys haven't seen your truck up to this point, don't worry, you're still in it. So here are the final couple of races here, or final like dozen or so races here in round 1, ending it off with a Hot Wheels Monster Trucks battle with Hooligan and Test Subject. So without further ado, we are going to kick things off with the Blue Crustacean taking on the Fire Max D. And also, one thing I forgot to mention is that today I'm on a hangout with Monster Jam Collector Racing, ROR Madness, and the Cameron 9785.
What's up, guys? Hey, guys! Good luck!
So let's get right into the races now. Sign-up Series 191 is underway. And the first win is going to go to the Fire Max D. Next up, we have the Overcast Zombie taking on Podium Crasher. And it's going to be Podium Crasher. Next up, we have the Mystery Machine taking on the Ice Earthshaker. And this is going to be a good race, and... oh, I can't really get, like, the aerial view where I go. I mean, I guess I kind of can, but, like, let's just take a look from the side angle here. And from the side angle, it kind of looks like it's going to be Ice Earthshaker. Let's see if I can get an aerial view. It's just hard to reach over here. I guess I kind of can. If we go straight down, you guys can see right there, the Earthshaker takes the win. Next up, we have the Training Trucks Earthshaker taking on Northern Nightmare. And it's going to be Training Trucks Earthshaker. Next up, we have Stinger Unleashed taking on the Blackout Max D. And Stinger flips over, giving the win to Max D. Next up, we have Spider-Man taking on Zombie. And it's going to be... what I'm going to do, by the way, if you guys, because the bed is not, like, perfectly straight, so if you guys ever notice that, like, a truck kind of goes back a little bit after the race is done, if they back up a little bit, I'm going to count it from where they were originally, and I think Spider-Man might have backed up a little bit, but I think either way, he still might have got the win. Oh, that's really close, but I'm holding my arms at a weird angle, so it's kind of hard to see, but I think it's Spider-Man. Let's see if we can get a side angle. Yeah, I think it is Spider-Man. We're going to give that one to Spider-Man. Next up, we have the Gold Max D taking on Monster Mutt Dalmatian, your reigning champion. And Gold Max D is going to block Monster Mutt Dalmatian for the win. So Monster Mutt Dalmatian was your reigning champion. He has already been eliminated, but 2 series ago, the winner was Ice Alien Invasion, and he is racing now, taking on Gravedigger. And he will move on to round number 2. Next up, we have the Blizzard Bashers Bone Shaker taking on Avenger. And it's going to go to Avenger. Next up, we have Iron Outlaw taking on the Overcast Dragon. And it's going to be the Overcast Dragon with the upset win. Next up, we have the first of 2 Fire and Ice battles here in round number 1. We have Fire Pirate's Curse taking on the Ice Bakugan Dragonoid. And it's going to be Dragonoid as Pirate's Curse flips over. Next up, we got the Grandma Gravedigger taking on Big Kahuna. And it's going to be... oh, I think it's Big Kahuna. You guys can see from the side angle clearly, Big Kahuna gets the win. Next up, we have World Finals 20 taking on the 2018 Bone Shaker. And it's going to be Bone Shaker. Next up, we have Loco Punk taking on Slinger. And it's going to be Slinger. What a race. So one thing that I have noticed is this lane has been winning most of the races, and I switched the ramp to the other side of the bed. It was right there, and they were going this way, but I just switched the ramp to this side, and I did a couple of practice races, and it seems to be more fair. I don't know what it was about this lane, but when it was over in that area, it didn't seem to be doing very well, but I switched where the ramp is, and now it seems to be more fair. So anyways, guys, next up we have Horsepower taking on Ice Dragon. And Horsepower falls off the side. We're going to do a best 2 out of 3. Okay, so we switched up the lanes. Ice Dragon is winning 1-0. And this time, Ice Dragon wins it 2-0. Next up, we have the Nitro Neon's Gravedigger taking on Nomad Avenger. And it's going to be the Nitro Neon's Gravedigger. Next up, we have Son of a Digger taking on Fire Monster Mutt Rottweiler. And it's going to be Son of a Digger. Next up, we have Chassis Snapper taking on the Inverse Higher Education. And it's going to be... Let's get an aerial view right here. If we go straight down right there, you can see that Higher Education takes the win. Next up, we have the Orange Gravedigger taking on Whiplash. And it's going to be a close race, but Orange Gravedigger pulls it out over Whiplash. Next up, we have Braun Strowman taking on the Training Trucks Megalodon. And it's going to be... If we go straight down, you can see right there that Megalodon gets the win. Time Flies taking on Fire Mohawk Warrior. And it's going to be Fire Mohawk Warrior. Next up, we have a Hot Wheels Monster Trucks battle with Torque Terror taking on Bigfoot. And it's going to be Torque Terror. He had a lead, and he holds on to it. He takes the win over Bigfoot. Next up, we have Max D taking on the Green V8 Bomber. And it's going to be Max D over V8 Bomber. Next up, we have the Golden Bakugan Dragonoid taking on Fire Zombie. And Dragonoid flips over, and that's going to cost him the win. Fire Zombie, as you guys can see right there, will take the win. Next up, we have the Nitro Neon's Jurassic Attack taking on Higher Education. And it's going to be Jurassic Attack. He will block Higher Education for the win. Next up, we have Skeleton Crew taking on the Fire Soldier Fortune Black Ops. And it's going to be Black Ops as Skeleton Crew flips over. Next up, we have Pirate's Curse taking on Soldier Fortune. And it's going to be Pirate's Curse with one of the best runs so far. Next up, we have Darth Vader taking on the Ice Monster Dalmatian. And it's going to be... Oh, man, this could be one of the biggest upsets so far. Right there, it looks like Darth Vader's going to win. Let's just look at the side angle really quick. As you guys can see clearly from the side angle, Darth Vader has eliminated arguably the fastest truck on my channel, Monster Dalmatian Ice. Next up, we have Bad News Travels Fast taking on Abysmal. And, oh, Abysmal flips over. He was probably going to win if he didn't flip over, but that's going to cost him, and Bad News Travels Fast will take the win. Next up, we have Brodozer taking on the Training Trucks Gravedigger. And it's going to be Brodozer over Gravedigger. Next up, we have Octonator taking on the Ice Soldier Fortune. And it's going to be Octonator. Next up, we have Wild Streak taking on Monster Mutt Husky. And it's going to be Wild Streak flipping to victory. Next up, we have another Hot Wheels Monster Trucks battle. We have All Beefed Up taking on Scorcher. And it's going to be Scorcher taking the win over All Beefed Up. Next up, we have the Iso Toro Loco taking on the Green Ghost Gravedigger. And Iso Toro Loco flips, but did he win? Let's see. If we go straight down, the left front tire, that one right there, is sticking out by Gravedigger, so the flip for Iso Toro Loco is going to cost him. Just a quick look from the side angle. As you can see, the tire right here of Gravedigger is sticking out, and he will take the win. Next up, we have Cyclops taking on Tiger Shark. And it's going to be Tiger Shark taking the win over Cyclops. Oh. Next up, we have the Overcast Gravedigger taking on the Ice Northern Nightmare. And it's going to be the Overcast Gravedigger. Next up, we have Pure Muscle taking on Scooby-Doo. And it's going to be Scooby-Doo. Next up, we have the second and final Fire and Ice battle here in round number 1. We have Fire Megalodon taking on Ice Blue Thunder. And Megalodon flips over, giving the win to the Ice Blue Thunder. Next up, we have Steer Clear taking on Monster Mutt Rottweiler. And Steer Clear flips over, probably, or at least arguably, the fastest Hot Wheels monster truck on my channel flips, giving the win to Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Next up, we have Fire Gravedigger taking on the Nitro Neon's Pirate's Curse. And Fire Gravedigger takes the win. He had a lead. Pirate's Curse was trying to come back, but Gravedigger blocks him for the win. Next up, we have Earthshaker taking on the Black Hotweiler. And Earthshaker falls off the side. We're going to do a best 2 out of 3. So Hotweiler leads it 1-0. And Hotweiler wins 2-0. He defeats Earthshaker. Next up, we have Plankton taking on the Nitro Neon's Octonator. And it's going to be Plankton. Next up, we have the Red Bakugan Dragonoid taking on the Inverse Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And it's going to be Dragonoid Dalmatian. He might have got stuck in one of the bumps on the bed. I've been trying to even it out after every couple of races. I've been trying to even it out so it's more like a flat surface. But I think that's what made him flip over there. And as you can clearly see, Dragonoid takes the win. Next up, we have Aftershock taking on the Orange Dodge Charger. And it's going to be Aftershock. He backed up, but either way, even if he didn't back up, you guys can see right there. I mean, even though he did back up, I meant to say, he still took the win over Dodge Charger. Next up, we have Fire Son of a Digger taking on your Sign-Up Series 188 Championship truck, the Nitro Neon's Northern Nightmare. And it looks like Son of a Digger, I think, Just barely. Son of a Digger takes the win, so Northern Nightmare will not get his second title. Next up, we have the Training Truck Zombie taking on the Overcast El Toro Loco. And Zombie goes into El Toro Loco's lane, and that's going to give him the win. That counts, even though they barely went far at all, but Zombie blocks El Toro Loco for the win. Next up, we have Captain's Curse taking on the Blizzard Bashers Skeleton Crew. And it's going to be Skeleton Crew over Captain's Curse. Next up, we have the Training Trucks El Toro Loco taking on Wildfire. And it's going to be Wildfire with a huge upset win, and he gets the comeback win over El Toro Loco Training Trucks. Next up, we have Fire Whiplash taking on Jurassic Attack. And it's going to be Jurassic Attack, even though Whiplash backed up. Jurassic Attack still had the win. And the final race of round number 1 is going to be a Hot Wheels Monster Trucks battle with Hooligan taking on Test Subject. And it's going to be Test Subject with the comeback win over Hooligan. So that concludes round number 1. Now it is time for round number 2. Here are all of the races. I'm going to show them closer just because that was from a far angle, and there's so many trucks in a row here. So here's all the races in round number 2. There's 50 trucks remaining because there was 100 total. So 50 have been eliminated and 50 are still remaining. So here's the final row. So we are going to kick things off with the Fire Max D taking on Podium Crasher. So round number 2 is underway. And Fire Max D had a big lead, but he flips over, giving the win to Podium Crasher. Next up, we have a battle of the Earthshakers. We have the Ice Earthshaker taking on the Training Trucks Earthshaker. And it's going to be the Training Trucks Earthshaker. I think the Ice Earthshaker, even if he didn't back up, I think he still would have lost, so the Training Trucks will take the win. So I just went back and watched that last clip, and that was very close before the Ice Earthshaker backed up if he was in the lead or not. So Ice Earthshaker will have a chance in the Fast Loser in this round. So anyways, guys, next up we have the Blackout Max D taking on Spider-Man. And Max D had a lead, but similar to the Fire Max D, he flips over, and Spider-Man is moving on to round number 3. Next up, we have the Gold Max D taking on the Ice Alien Invasion. And it's going to be Gold Max D with the upset win over the Ice Alien Invasion. Next up, we have Avenger taking on the Overcast Dragon. And it's going to be Avenger. Next up, we have the Ice Dragonoid taking on Big Kahuna. And it's going to be Dragonoid with a block on Big Kahuna. Next up, we have the 2018 Bone Shaker taking on Slinger. And it's going to be Slinger with a comeback win. Next up, we have the Ice Dragon taking on the Nitro Neon's Gravedigger. And it's going to be Ice Dragon. Next up, we have Son of a Digger taking on the Inverse Higher Education. And it's going to be Higher Education. They both flip over, but he takes the win. Next up, we have the Orange Gravedigger taking on the Training Trucks Megalodon. And it's going to be Orange Gravedigger. Awesome. Next up, we have the Fire Mohawk Warrior taking on Torque Terror. And Mohawk Warrior had a lead, but he flips over, and Torque Terror will take the win. Next up, we have Max D taking on Fire Zombie. And it's going to be Max D. Next up, we have the Nitro Neon's Jurassic Attack taking on the Fire Soldier Fortune Black Ops. And it's going to be Jurassic Attack. He does like a somersault, and he takes the win over the Fire Soldier Fortune Black Ops. Next up, we have Pirate's Curse taking on Darth Vader. And it's going to be Pirate's Curse. Next up, we have Bad News Travels Fast taking on Brodozer. And it's going to be Bad News Travels Fast. Next up, we have Octonator taking on Wild Streak. And it's going to be Octonator. Next up, we have Scorcher taking on the Green Ghost Gravedigger. And it's going to be one of the best races so far. One of the closest, I should say. Let's go straight down. That is very close. Let's see if a side angle will help us at all. Oh man, that almost looks like dead even. We're going to do a redo. Alright, so we have switched up the lanes and we're going to do a rerun. And this time it is going to be Green Ghost Gravedigger. Next up we have Tiger Shark taking on the Overcast Gravedigger. And Tiger Shark flips over, giving the win to the Overcast Gravedigger. Next up we have Scooby-Doo taking on the Ice Blue Thunder. And it's going to be a close race, and it's going to be Scooby-Doo. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Rottweiler taking on the Fire Gravedigger. And it's going to be a close race, but Monster Mutt Rottweiler is going to take it. Next up, we have the only Hot Wheels Monster Trucks battle in round number 2. We got the Black Hotweiler taking on Plankton. And Hotweiler has a lead, and that's going to cost Plankton. Hotweiler takes it. Next up, we have the Red Dragonoid taking on Aftershock. And it's going to be Dragonoid over Aftershock. Next up, we got the Fire Son of a Digger taking on the Training Truck Zombie. And it's going to be the Son of a Digger Fire. Next up, we have the Blizzard Basher Skeleton Crew taking on Wildfire. And it's going to be a close race, and it's Wildfire. And the final race of round number 2 until the Fast Loser race is going to be Jurassic Attack taking on Test Subject. And it's going to be Jurassic Attack. So here are all of the trucks in round number 3. There are a total of 25, but we need a Fast Loser to see who will race Jurassic Attack. And we're going to do a quick Fast Loser tournament with these 4 trucks. We got Fire Gravedigger taking on Ice Earthshaker, and then Training Trucks Megalodon will take on the Blizzard Basher Skeleton Crew. So here we go. Fire Gravedigger takes on Ice Earthshaker. And it's going to be Ice Earthshaker! Next up, we have a Hangout Squad battle with the Cameron 9785 taking on Mario Minecraft. And it's going to be Mario Minecraft. And the championship race of the Fast Loser tournament is going to be Ice Earthshaker taking on the Blizzard Basher Skeleton Crew. And it's going to be... Oh man, Earthshaker went way over to the side, more than I thought he would. And just barely right there, you can see that Skeleton Crew takes the win. And now it is finally time for round number 3. There are 26 trucks remaining, and we're going to kick things off with Podium Crasher taking on the Training Trucks Earthshaker. Round number 3 is underway. And the first win is going to go to the Training Trucks Earthshaker. Next up, we have Spider-Man taking on the Goldmax D. And it's going to be Spider-Man. Next up, we have Avenger taking on the Ice Dragonoid. And it's going to be Ice Dragonoid with a comeback win on Avenger. Next up, we have Slinger taking on Ice Dragon. And it's going to be, I think, Slinger. He went for a tumble there. But as you guys can see, Slinger gets the upset win over your Series 190 runner-up, the Ice Dragon. Next up, we have the Inverse Higher Education taking on the Orange Gravedigger. And it's going to be Orange Gravedigger. Next up, we have Torque Terror taking on Max D. And it's going to be Torque Terror. Next up, we have the Nitro Neon's Jurassic Attack taking on Pirate's Curse. And Jurassic Attack, I think he fell off the side. We're going to do a best 2 out of 3. So Pirate's Curse leads it 1-0. And it's 1-1. So it is 1-1. Who wants it more? It's going to be... I don't know if Jurassic Attack fell off the side or not, but I'm not going to rerun it again. So Pirate's Curse takes the win. Next up, we got Bad News Travels Fast taking on Octonator. And Bad News had a lead, but it's going to be Octonator. Next up, we got a battle of the Gravediggers. We got the Green Ghost Gravedigger taking on the Overcast Gravedigger. And it's going to be the Green Ghost Gravedigger. Next up, we have a dog battle with Scooby-Doo taking on Monster Mutt Rottweiler. And it's going to be... Oh, what a race! Scooby! And just barely, Scooby-Doo will get the win over Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Next up, we got the Black Hotweiler taking on the regular Bakugan Dragonoid. And Dragonoid will take the win over Hotweiler. Next up, we have a fire battle. We got the Fire Son of a Digger taking on Wildfire. And Son of a Digger is going to take the win over Wildfire, who had a very bad run. And the final race of round number 3 until the Fast Loser tournament is going to be Jurassic Attack and the Blizzard Basher Skeleton Crew. And Jurassic Attack tumbles, and that's going to give Skeleton Crew the win. So here are the trucks in round number 4. There are 13 trucks remaining, but we're going to have a quick Fast Loser tournament. We're going to have Jurassic Attack take on Monster Mutt Rottweiler, and then Overcast Gravedigger take on Bad News Travels Fast. So we have Jurassic Attack taking on Monster Mutt Rottweiler. And it's going to be Jurassic Attack. Next up, we have the Overcast Gravedigger taking on Bad News Travels Fast. And Gravedigger flips, but he's going to take the win over Bad News. So who'll move on to round number 4? Is it going to be Jurassic Attack or Overcast Gravedigger? It's going to be... Now, this is where they're angled, because if you go straight past the ramp, this is the angle. So if you go straight down... Sorry, I'm trying to get it to focus there. Gravedigger takes And now it is time for round number 4. There's still 14 trucks remaining. There are 11 Spin Masters and 3 Hot Wheels monster trucks, which are Spider-Man, Torque Terror, and the Blizzard Basher Skeleton Crew. So we're going to kick things off with the Training Trucks Earthshaker taking on Spider-Man. So round number 4 is underway. And it's going to be... Oh man, is it Spider-Man? I think that tire is sticking out. Now, there is going to be another Fast Loser tournament in this round, by the way. Yes, Spider-Man is going to take it, so Earthshaker will probably have another chance in the Fast Loser tournament. Spider-Man moves on to round 5. Next up, we have the Ice Dragonoid taking on Slinger. And it's going to be Ice Dragonoid. Next up, we have the Orange Gravedigger taking on Torque Terror. And Gravedigger tumbles. I don't think he hit anything. Son of a Digger looks like he's in the same spot. So Torque Terror will take the win. Next up, we have a battle of the sea creatures. We got Pirate's Curse taking on Octonator. And it's going to be Octonator. Next up, we have the Green Ghost Gravedigger taking on Scooby-Doo. And it's going to be Green Ghost Gravedigger. Next up, we have the regular Bakugan Dragonoid taking on the Fire Son of a Digger. And it's going to be Son of a Digger Fire. Next up, we have the final race until the Fast Loser race, and it's a battle between the two Fast Losers so far. We got the Blizzard Basher Skeleton Crew taking on the Overcast Gravedigger. And it's going to be... Oh man, let's see. Just barely, Skeleton Crew takes it. So these 7 trucks remain, but we're going to have a quick Fast Loser tournament to see who will be the final person in the quarterfinals. So we are going to have Scooby-Doo taking on Dragonoid and Slinger take on Pirate's Curse. So first things first, we have Scooby-Doo taking on Dragonoid. And it's going to be Dragonoid. Next up, we have Slinger taking on Pirate's Curse. And it's going to be Slinger. So who will win the Fast Loser tournament, Dragonoid or Slinger? It's going to be Slinger. And now it is time for the quarterfinals of sign-up series number 191. So let's go over the field of trucks. Inside of Spider-Man, we have Adam the Savage Abreu. Inside of the Ice Dragonoid, we have Byrian Smith. Inside of Torque Terror, we have Tyler Hankins. Inside of Octonator, we have Christopher Bergseth. Inside of the Green Ghost Gravedigger, we have Aiden Tackett. Inside of the Fire Son of a Digger, we have Mutant Zoomies. Inside of the Blizzard Basher Skeleton Crew, we have Mario Minecraft. And inside of Slinger, we have that one guy. So who's going to be the first person to move on to the semifinals? Is it going to be Spider-Man or Ice Dragonoid? Who will move on to the quarterfinals? Spider-Man or Ice Dragonoid? It's going to be Spider-Man. Next up, we have Torque Terror taking on Octonator. And it's going to be Torque Terror. Next up, we have Green Ghost Gravedigger taking on Fire Son of a Digger. And Green Ghost Gravedigger flips over, giving the win to Fire Son of a Digger. And the final race until the semifinals is going to be the Blizzard Basher Skeleton Crew taking on Slinger. And Skeleton Crew flips, giving the win to Slinger. And now we are down to the semifinals of Sign Up Series 191, the Racing on the Bet edition, and this is a crazy semifinals. We are going to have a new championship truck and a new championship driver. We got 2 Hot Wheels monster trucks and 2 Spin Masters. So let's go over the drivers. Inside of Spider-Man, we have Adam the Savage Abreu. Inside of Torque Terror, we have Tyler Hankins. Inside of Fire Son of a Digger, we have Mutant Zoomies. And inside of Slinger, we have that one guy. So the championship race is going to be a Hot Wheels monster truck versus a Spin Master. This is a crazy semifinals. Like I said, we're going to have a new championship driver and truck. So let's find out, who is it going to be? So who is going to go to the championship race? Is it going to be Adam the Savage Abreu or Tyler Hankins? It is going to be Tyler Hankins. So sorry to Adam the Savage Abreu. You were so close. I'm pretty sure he's making his debut as well. You made it to the Final Four, but Torque Terror is in the championship race. Who is going to take on Torque Terror in the championship race? Is it going to be Mutant Zoomies and the Fire Son of a Digger, or that one guy in Slinger? It's going to be Slinger. Son of a Digger flipped over. He did not fall off the side. And Slinger is in the championship race. So sorry to Mutant Zoomies. I think he might have been in his debut as well. Or at least he hasn't been in my sign-up series in a long time. But better luck in Series 192. Slinger's in the championship race. And now we are down to the championship race of sign-up series 191. So we have a Hot Wheels monster truck and a Spin Master in the championship race. Neither one of these trucks have ever won before, and neither have the drivers. Inside of Torque Terror, we have Tyler Hankins, and inside of Slinger, we have that one guy. Both of these guys have been signing up for my sign-up series for a pretty long time, but neither one of them have ever won before. And by the way, one thing though about Slinger and that one guy is every single time for like the past at least probably 5 sign-up series, that one guy has been picking Slinger each and every time, and this time he might be able to finally get it done. But can Torque Terror stop him? Let's see. Your winner of Sign Up Series 191, the Racing on the Bet edition, is going to be none other than... It's going to be one of the closest championship races I have ever seen. Let's see. Going straight down. That's about as close as you can get for a championship race. This is very important. So let's see. From the side angle as well. Just by, like... just like a little hairpiece, Torque Terror is going to win. Congratulations to Tyler Hankins and the Demo Derby Torque Terror. You have won Sign Up Series 191 and have finally got your first ever win on my channel. Congratulations, bro. And that one guy keeps getting closer and closer every time in Slinger. Like I said, he's been signing up for Slinger for probably at least like 5 sign-up series in a row. Maybe Series 192, he will finally get it done if he picks Slinger again, of course, before somebody else does. But congratulations one last time to Tyler Hankins and the Demo Derby Torque Terror. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you guys subscribe. Also, leave a like on the video, turn on post notifications, and comment anything you guys have to say. And I'll see you guys next time.